The cell was completed during the winter of 72 to 73. Overuse of Cadillac emblem hurts luxury image. Look at that beauty. Sexy back. That's so cool to see all these explosion drawings. So honestly, I can't wait to pull out my transmission and overhaul it, because I'm really curious what parts did fail. Hey guys, that Austrian car guy is back. And wow, it's been a while. It was exactly 1 year ago when I published my last video. So first off, I have to say a huge thank you for everyone who stuck around for the past year, sent me messages, and was just incredibly patient. Today it's kind of a unpacking video, because a true legend sent me detailed infos about the Cadillac Seville diesel. So that's quite interesting. And I'm really curious what's inside that package. And while I'm unpacking this package, I want to tell you like a little bit of what's been going on through the past year. I landed a new job and it took a lot of time and effort to get settled. And yeah, I just didn't have mental capacity or time to do more videos, even though I really would have loved to, but it wouldn't have been the quality content you deserve. So I took my time. Let's see what we have here. Oh, that's cool. I hope it's like a parts list, but I'm gonna take you with me when I'm putting it into my PC and see what's on that disk. Is there something else inside? Here we go. I won't be able to publish a new video every week like I did last year. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna be able to publish a video every month, but let me tell you this, I have a huge project coming up ahead. The plan is to pull out my automatic transmission, the TH400, overhaul it completely and put it back into the car. The goal is to get it done over a weekend, so we can be ready to cruise again on Monday. Look at those pictures. I really love that low angle shot of the Seville. It looks so cool. This one is cool as well. It's the glass roof. This is so incredibly cool. Oh my god. The big gamble. Ready or not, here comes the smallest and maybe the best Cadillac in 26 years. So that's a really bold statement. That's interesting, it's the same. Oh, I think we have more pages of that. Are there more pages? I think so. Oh wow. Holy moly. It's crazy. Oh, comparison of like Cadillac Seville, Mercedes-Benz 450 SEL, Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow, Opel Diplomat. I really love that. Did you know that that car was available with a V8 and the turbo hydromatic 400, the Chevy Nova, which the Seville is based on. Oh my god. I've never seen those printed. So this is like the concept car. There we have it. Project LaSalle. LaSalle was completed during the winter of 72 to 73. This is so crazy. alternate design of 73. La Scala. Design analysis. That's really cool. Look, it says, rear wheel cutouts are too high, distracting from luxury look. You can see that here. I really like that one. Overuse of Cadillac emblem hurts luxury image. The conclusion is also great as well. The compromise. Blocky European-like side profile, Rolls-Royce-like roofline on GM-derived rear end. Should be a sales success. This is so insane. I think those pages are by far the best I've ever seen. I'm gonna call names here, but just the first name, because I wanna thank Greg so much for this package. It's insane. So let's see if we have something else here. That's cool. Oh, this looks like the same. But are there more infos? But honestly, it doesn't hurt to have a copy of that. So this looks like another copy. Oh, the front page. This is from... where is it? Do we have a date here? Oh, here. May 1975. GM's Big Gamble. 1976 baby Cadillac Seville. So yeah, that's another copy, but this time with the front page. Look at that beauty. I think this car has the most beautiful body lines that I've ever seen. I can't get enough of it. It's just so perfect. And I really dig the silver one with the black vinyl roof. It's fantastic. I have seen these pictures online and I wished to get my hands on them sometime. So I guess now is the moment. Wow. The picture is so beautiful. And I love the color of the car. So this is like Christmas to me. This is another thing of the earlier models, like the gold air intake cap here. Sexy back. This sentence is so good. It was such a special, unique car when it was new, and it still is today. The design is timeless, and it truly is. Dimensions, oh my god, what happened here? Look at that picture. That looks funky. Pros and cons. Pioneering, plenty of road feel, smartly proportioned. 200,000 were built, pages could be more plentiful, that's true. Is road feel what you want in a luxury car? Greg, thank you so much for that. I honestly can't thank you enough. I think that's it. One more look inside. Oh yeah. We have disc here. So let's dive into that. Now let's find out what's in that disc, if it's readable at all. So fingers crossed. Okay, there is the disc. And here, 1975 Cadillac Seville parts catalog. So maybe I have to copy this onto my laptop. It's 280 megabytes. And it's still not copying. Oh no. So it is not. Oh! Chassis and body parts catalog. That one works. K-body. Oh wow, that is the catalog I've been looking for so long. That's so cool to see all these explosion drawings. This is fantastic. There's every parts number I'll ever need. This is the starter motor, generator. In an older video of mine, I mispronounced the AGI distributor. I called it the Hay distributor, but obviously, like I think someone mentioned that it's an European thing. It's an HEI distributor. Steering wheel. Oh, here's the transmission. And you know what? Because the Turbo 400 has not the shape of an SD card. Someone mentioned like it has somewhat of the shape of Texas. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, you tell me. This is the oil pump of the transmission. That's the torque converter. The clutch discs. So honestly, I can't wait to pull out my transmission and overhaul it, because I'm really curious what parts did fail. I'm guessing like either it's this bushing, the outside bushing of the oil pump, or maybe it's like this seal here that doesn't seal properly. Or maybe, just recently I've been thinking about maybe it's just my torque converter. Oh, so do we see the oil pan of the Turbo 400 somewhere? Nope, but that's another thing. I'll have to rebuild like my whole brake system soon, because the fittings from the master cylinder to this proportioning valve, they are rusted like into a whole piece, like this part, those lines here into the proportioning valve are one part essentially. Rear axle. Oh yeah, and here we have like the drum brakes, because as you know, maybe the first 2 or 3 years, I think in 78 they switched to disc brakes in the rear axle. Steering gear, the steering pump. I rebuilt 2 of those already, and I think 2 of the pumps as well. Yeah, and this part is another part I've been looking for years, because mine aren't in the best shape, and I think they'll rust through sooner than later. Yeah, the front frame, subframe, like this cushion and pad. I've been digging through the internet like for hours, and I haven't found like the perfect replacement. So maybe I'm gonna try to go with the one, the set from, I think it's a Camaro, which has almost an identical frame, So I guess these should work, but it's costly to try that out, especially here in Austria, because you have to get them shipped here and with all the customs fees, like I mentioned in an older video. So let's open Fisher Body Service Manual, and I think I have that in like a paper version. Greg, I want to thank you so much for all these brochures. I honestly can't thank you enough. Until next time, take care, drive safe, and be prepared for my upcoming videos about the TH400.